following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
So, have you guys been coming here long?
Yes,
Pretty much since the start.
yeah.
It really turned everything around.
I mean, we wouldn't be the way we are
Sidewinders
without it.
the Enkindlers.
Yes, praise be the Enkindlers.
Praise be the Enkindlers.
They're waiting for you in the living room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Go into the living room.
And there's Captain Dinkers and Sergeant Tadami and Dr. Fanlin.
Rover, say hello to the White Council.
Oh, thank God! Oh, I
Hello
thought...
to you too.
Praise be the Enkindlers.
Oh, that nonsense.
Also, Heck is my sister.
Oh!
Anyway. Hello.
Hello,
Captain.
how was the ceremony on Thessia? I'm sorry I couldn't attend.
Oh, I would have traded places with you in a hot second.
Of course, the sergeant didn't want to go either, but
She
you
was
know,
right.
she had to go as well. She had a little award of her own. Shut up.
Little. That's a very significant, highly prestigious award that she received.
Yes, that is true.
Not like my 3 Golden Globes at all. Can that be canon? I'll earn one in game.
Mr. Centurious goes to Washington. Goes to Invictus, I don't know.
Mr. Century. No, wait, the director didn't name it after.
I know. So I believe the sergeant has already given you a lowdown on what's happening.
Yes, freighter, Ezo, pirates. Kill their ship. Get their ship.
Essentially.
Find their base.
We'd like to find out why they're taking it and where.
Because it's expensive?
In the quantities they're taking, there's not that much on the black market, I'm assuming.
It's not likely they'd be able to move on these quantities very easily, which implies they're taking it for a specific purpose someone has.
Or to the terminus systems.
Or to the... Exactly. But even there, they'd have trouble moving it without some twitch in the marketplace. And I'm sure there are operatives there who would mention large amounts of EZO being dumped on the market.
Yes.
And that
They
has
might
not-
also be in competition with some of the bigger names in there, and that would not go down well.
Well, we do happen to know that there is at least one big mogul criminal bastard out there who could use a lot of EZO for a project right now.
For a couple of projects, yes.
But I don't want to jump to conclusions. It's probably the wife.
You do know I'm married, right?
You might want to get a food taster.
Also, it was the wife in the previous...
Yes, on when you were on Black Dam.
Let's never go back there. No offense to your girlfriend's team, but that place sucks. And its name is awful.
It is a horror.
And the food's not really that good.
The food's not exactly.
It's not that bad of a place. Okay.
Butts Valley.
Speaking of that, did you see the squid has like 16 butts?
24.
So anyway, the mission.
So yes, we have a captain who is willing to pilot a Turian freighter vessel of the same description as the ones that have been targeted over the past few months.
The question I've got is, pirates, do they kill the passengers or do they let them live? Because
It's been a mixed bag, but It seems to be, for the most part, they try not to kill them and just take the cargo shipments, but there
So-
have been a few altercations.
It's more if they resist, as if they're being. Because
Yes.
I really wouldn't like to put it
In
in.
most cases, there have been just injuries.
Because I wouldn't like to put a civilian in harm's way if we could help it.
I see what you mean. He's willing to do it, though. He volunteered.
And he's been vetted?
Yes, he's a long-time ESO container pilot.
Okay, but that's in the same vein of the other people that have been doing this, right?
No,
You've personally vetted him?
If they've vetted him, he's been vetted.
Oh, right. You might not know about the perfect vetting system. Later.
Perfect vetting system as we do it?
Later.
So, we thought there'd be a few different ways you could accomplish this. It's up to you how you approach it, but Dr. Famlin here has a small transmitter device that I believe the Sergeant already talked to you about. And there was an asteroid field in the system we want to set this up in that you could hide your ship in ahead of time without, well, minimizing detection. However, you may also want to put somebody on the ship. The freighter, that is.
I actually think the best solution is to put at least some of us on the freighter.
They don't take the freighter, though, do they?
I mean,
The freight
a
itself.
compartment in the containers. Basically, let them ride us into the base, get off, disable their sensor systems. Sentinel comes in, blast the base from orbit, or we kill them all with gas, or capture them all, trip people to interrogate, find out where it's going. Computer systems to hack, bum. Probably the best solution rather than following it with a signal.
I think having the running the dual systems just in case.
If their base is on a planet, the best solution would be to have all of us on the Sentinel, follow it in, land away, sneak in. We don't know it is.
But we don't know.
We don't know it is on a planet. It could be built into an asteroid somewhere. We don't know. Could be a station. That's why I think sneaking at least 4 of us in would be good, but probably not practical.
Well, you can approach this however you like, but we do have the freighter here ready to go whenever you want to.
How hard would it be to put a compartment in the ESO holds?
It's not easy, there's not a lot of spare space. However, you could put other containers not containing ESO in there.
They might not take them.
Will they take the whole container?
Oh, you're saying in the
This is the freighter.
Oh,
good.
so they
It's
take
got
the whole-
grids and everything. That's
so they take the whole hold as opposed to taking just the. So each one of the compartments is ESO hold, is it?
Contains
An ESO container,
containers full of ESO, so
and they take the whole
they
pod,
take the pods.
right?
ESO is generally, in the Southern Ages, ESO is generally shipped in these pods because if there's any catastrophic problems, they can easily eject them. So that's why they tend to avoid taking them in other style freighters.
So the whole freighter is full of ESO, or certain compartments, certain pods?
Most pods will have ESO in them.
And they only take the ESO? They don't accidentally take others?
No, they take the whole
They
pod.
take all of the pods.
I find it interesting that needs to be specified.
Full cover.
No, power conduit.
You've got the blank version.
Yeah, I know, but I find it interesting that the key specifies power conduit. That's how I die.
But it's because Mr. Toolbox is always looking at the power conduits.
It's just
That's
to
why
put it
it's
in
there.
now. Then he let me have my wire tool.
You can keep that.
And if he takes
I've got
it away
my
from
own
me,
copy.
turn at me.
So the question is, how many do we want to smuggle on? 1 or 2?
2 safer.
Same hold, different holds.
Same hole.
Right. Full armor, extra oxygen.
Obviously. But which two?
Are you thinking or asking for suggestions?
I'm asking for suggestions. I'm also thinking. Actually, I want to make a tactics roll to see if I can somehow intuit which combination would be best and easiest for the mission.
Oh, Rosa's just going to suggest one off the cuff. It's just like,
That's
you-
not going to work.
if you send in me, there's at least some protection, but Tiala should probably go too. If they're cutting the pod loose, the contents of the pod will probably shift. She's the only one that can rapidly move a bunch of cargo to get people in and out of the pods.
See, that's the other side of it is, though, if when they take the ship and take the pod, that you want a tech person to infiltrate the base, to shut down the shields and stuff, which neither of us could do. So, as I say, it's the combination of what ifs. Because ideally, both Zalo and Logain would be great because they could stealth, get in, shut down the shields, while you pilot the ship.
All I'm thinking about is if the contents of the pod shift around after it's been cut loose, they might wind up trapped in the pod. All of those boxes, and if all the storage and the magnetic fields and everything are cut when this pod's cut free. Won't matter if it's still under zero gravity, but if
But then it wouldn't matter if I didn't know which pod you're in. And if my pod's... Again, all hypothetical.
So they've said only two of us can go.
No, they haven't.
I thought they said two.
No, you guys have just said two.
We've said two.
They've never said anything
No,
about
Where did two come from?
That was our choice for a start.
it. Yeah.
So we put all four of us in the pods.
Yeah, well, that's an option. Why don't we do that?
Yep. It was
Jesus
because we're
fuck.
then it's the ship, which is what
Because
we're
I could have sworn I said at the start, obviously the best thing would be to get all four of us in, but then no one can pilot the ship, expecting someone to say, "What about Ator?"
But
No one did.
So you did say
you did, and then you said, but he's not a combat
but he's
pilot.
not a combat pilot.
No. That was before then. This is in this conversation. It's like if all he's doing is following, he doesn't need to be a combat pilot. Like I don't see any other options, and no one wants to magic a combat pilot out of nowhere we can trust. Now would be the time.
I don't really know him, so I'm not going to volunteer him.
And as far as I'm aware, that was training.
You might come back for a simple mission. Doesn't have to get too invested. And then we get over invested.
See, actually, thinking about it more, Atom was probably perfect for a sneaky follow because he's a Quarian. And they're very sneaky, spaceship-faring people who steal things from people and chase them down all the time and massacre whole groups of innocents.
I did.
You
want
can't
to know,
deny that this is a truth.
but I didn't take their stuff at least.
Don't know, it was another
It's
different
okay.
Quarian.
You murdered those people, but you didn't take their stuff.
Yeah, that was the cleanup crew's job.
Yeah, it was different Quarians.
Not convinced there isn't just one Quarian. You were all the same.
He said it. Alright, so I'm presuming all four of us can jam into the pod. Is that an option?
If you want to.
Hey,
I'm just wondering how you will get back again if you don't have your ship out there.
that is a good question.
He's a pilot.
If only we knew someone who could fly a ship.
Like Taz?
No, not again. Not after last time.
Wait, what did she do last time?
She was fine last time.
can take Tess if you wish.
I'm not entirely sure it's a good idea to be putting her in danger. Whereas I don't care about Atto. He's got a button, everything blows up. Or gay shit happens.
And he is one of us.
Turrets.
Hey, do they work on the Starship scale?
He just makes a destroyer.
Based on the intros, yeah, they do. Etor, I think, transcends time and space with that button pressing.
I think the biggest thing I've seen him destroy was like the Death Star.
The sun. He blew up the sun in one of them.
Yes. If you have any other allies you can trust, then by all means, but
Delta Squad.
This thing is so fucking cool.
Casalis. We should take Casalis.
trust him with the Sentinel.
No, in a pod.
Here he comes.
We'll give him the mission one word at a time. That way he knows he can trust it.
It's legit. It's council. All it says is eat me. Still take
He
the
just he reads the eat and he's like, I look forward to the next part of the plan.
Me? Who are you, me?
Oh my god.
What was the first word again?
Read it one word at a time, okay? One letter at a time.
He eat. What?
He reads it one word at a time, so he remembers it one word at a time.
He's gotta be really good at something, otherwise he wouldn't be a Spectre.
Inspector Gadget.
I fucking hate this. Please don't wake up.
That's great. They need it on a t-shirt. No one will understand.
Oh.
Ethel's on station, isn't he?
Isn't he getting training back at the fleet over?
No, he's training on station.
Excellent. Outdoor it is.
We have to make sure that he's able to leave his training.
Of course.
Hold on, just give me a second.
One.
I'll phone him, but I won't video conference him.
Yes, Major Diavo.
Etor, question. How busy is your schedule?
When?
Now.
Oh, not too busy. I have the weekend off.
It's the weekend?
Just the weekend?
Saturday.
Oh.
Is there any possibility to extend that?
Potentially. Why are you asking me on a mission?
Yes.
I get to go in the field again.
Yes.
I'll be right there. Wait, where are you?
Sentinel.
Meet us at the Sentinel, bring your kit. Prepare to leave in...
The ship. Straight face. I know I can't do it, but... Well, how else is he going to get out there?
4 hours? 5 hours?
Oh. Sure, sounds about right.
We'll see you soon.
Oh, of course. This is most exciting.
He's in for disappointment.
We have all the fun when he sits on the ship.
Yeah, he's going to be infiltrating with you guys. I'm going to sit on the ship and do nothing.
Not again.
Why break the habit of a season?
Well, that's
You
sorted.
get to be with Ator and Zetor.
So if we take the communications device just in case.
Well, of course, yeah. I mean,
Oh, of course. Here you go.
but this is it.
Yes. It's very simple.
Where's the other bit?
In the freighter.
Ah, of course.
Any questions you'd like to ask? I mean, this is your first meeting, so is there anything you would like to ask at the meeting?
no pleasure working with you. Even though this...
Four.
Ah,
Well, sometimes this is the first mission we've actually given you in a little while. Most of the rest you've been finding by yourself.
There's been more than enough to do.
Precocious little scamp, ain't I?
Little.
I suppose I do have one question. Seeing as seasick, are we working?
That's classified. It literally is classified.
Yeah, no.
We're not here. And they're not here. We're here to learn all about the Enkindlers, aren't we?
Yes,
there
of
was
course.
darkness. The Enkindlers brought light. Which is a fancy way of saying a lot of Hanar work as electricians.
But there was ignorance. The Enkindlers brought suffering. No way. That's
No, it's when there was suffering, the Enkindlers bought hardcore German BDSM videos.
That's the one I've seen.
I think this meeting's over.
Yes, agreed. Before we embarrass ourselves further.
I'm not embarrassed. I'm having fun.
It's been a long weekend. Thank you, Captain.
I'm desperately
course.
trying to remember a single lyric from any of the Weekend song, and I fucking can't.
Goodbye.
It's
You're no
it's
son of
literally
mine.
on the weekend.
Of course.
It's going to get longer.
Well, if I don't make it back, tell my sister hello.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Oh, here's the information on the
Do we have a complete map of their
Right.
base? No, I don't know.
of the base.
No, they could just be working out of a ship and taking it directly to their guy.
They could have a fleet of ships that they go from station system to system.
No, this could actually be the path race, the gleaming, the cube. What the name was the stupid group you named?
Pathrazor.
Yep.
You named that?
Pathfinder?
You named that.
I named it.
A conscious, awake person named that.
I
were
don't know
you-
about all that.
Or were you dancing with Mary Jane at the time?
Probably
I like it. It reminds me of an eagle.
Tied to a blimp.
You don't know what an eagle is, do you?
I'm aware of what the bird.
No. No.
I just saying I like
it's
the
from
ship.
It's from an old space show.
It's for
Space
something old.
1999. Door won't open! It's better than we're making it sound, but it's also worse than it ever could have been. It's another one of those. This was made in the 60s, so.
It doesn't really work.
There's an episode where they're on the moon but they get an atmosphere, so they
open the
They just
windows!
open the windows like it's a house.
The moon base's windows just slide up. It's the best thing. And I think like we were just standing there going like, hang on a minute. First of all,
That's great.
why are they designed to do that? Second of all, why isn't there a latch or a catch or
No, it's
something
just
to prevent
like-
people accidentally doing that? And where
just
did
always
Barry
say,
Morse's force field here go?
Also, the tier goes. You're in like a star system, right? Mm-hmm. Now, normally, what order do you think it would go in after that? You'd think like galaxy
planet.
and the universe, right?
Planet, solar system, galaxy, universe?
Yeah, that's a logical transition of things.
No. So, a system is bigger than a galaxy. A universe is bigger than a system, but also smaller than a planet or even a field.
You see now, they didn't just do it.
And a cosmos is bigger than all of them, but it's over there. It can only refer to a distant bit of space. You can't be in a cosmos.
Don't.
I know a friend that this show would kill. He would just die.
Well, like all of us here.
I'm gonna not show him it or tell him about it. I'm gonna let him keep doing his his big brain physics
I'll
things.
give you
On the other hand, I
example
should lend
of
you
that.
UFO.
Yes.
Which is a
Yes.
big thumbs up. Like, it's
Yeah.
basically XCOM, the live action show.
Yeah.
But made in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's
the-
surprisingly dark for a 60s.
Surprisingly dark.
Sometimes.
and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the good guys do not win.
yeah, you're playing
They were-
XCOM.
yeah.
There are references to UFO in XCOM.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes sense, I guess.
I made a video which was the intro to UFO, but with XCOM footage.
Yeah.
It's pretty hype. Check it out on my other channel.
Oh, just
Oh, is it still there? Or did
Yeah.
Sorry, I should say, did it go back up? Because didn't they pull it at one point?
Yes, they did, but it's back up.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's just, it's got 3 unskippable ads for morphine. Where we leave?
Yeah, oh, so the sergeant, yeah. She gives you, here's the freighter's details. And the
Ah, what's it
captain.
called?
The Zalatas.
Zalatas. So Zalo and Asratas did the fusion dance, and now they're just the most
Zalos.
garbage character there is.
What more garbage than they are now?
Hey,
Whoa, Jesus! Not everyone can be the fucking most overpowered thing in the universe.
Derek.
Rose is over there.
Thomas.
Soviet.
No.
She
No.
did blow up half a world.
She actually does have the biggest kill.
But that
count.
required a massive power amplifier. And
What
I
kind
don't
of
think
kill
that
Streak
counts.
did you get to call in for that one?
And-
Monster.
And in fact, there was a Doctor
Yeah, that's
Destructo
about 3.5
TM.
million.
That's a lot of care packages. Or dogs.
I was gonna say, or
Got myself this time.
or care dog.
I love how you went from package to dog. Like, there's a connection there.
There is. This package goes into a dog.
None of these people play Call of Duty.
Call it dog.
No, they don't, because it sucks.
It
It's
does.
a suck for dubs.
Was it painkiller that had the dog?
I think so.
Bang,
think
punch,
it's one of
bang,
the ones
punch, bang,
that-
punch, woof.
The head dog. Someone dog. And the freighter's pilot's name is Patrius Sternian.
Wow, his name is trustworthy, so he's going to be sketch.
I mean, he is clearly the one who's been leaking the shipping schedules and routes of all these things.
So we just kill him when we get to the ship and get back to the job.
We are the pirate now.
Yeah.
This is our ESO. See ya!
Hey, we do need like 4 times more EZO than will be on this shipment for his lab.
Yeah. This is only just a drop in the bucket for
Out of
it.
control.
No, I want you to think about the scale of the amount of EZO they're taking. There's
They're taking
this
a lot.
freighter, right? Which is more than you could dump onto the black market without someone noticing. And they've stolen how many freighters? Multiples!
I think 4 at least?
4!
And this
That's
stuff
going
isn't-
somewhere!
and it's not turning up on the black market.
Yeah.
And either,
Or at least no one's noticed it.
which
And pirates usually don't have the patience to just trickle things out.
no, they want the quick.
Someone wants this. And I know who. The Reverse Vampires. In coordination with the Rand Corporation.
We're through the looking glass here, people. Yeah, so you've got that info and you can go about your business.
Right. And now we'll inform Zardoz that we've come up with a pirate mission. He'll like that, he hates pirates.
Just no porn this time.
Why must you ruin everything?
Do we need to stock up the galley and stuff like that, since we don't know how long we'll be on stakeout before anything happens?
We'll be in a pod.
Well, I just meant like the ship. We just had a lot of guests, and
Oh, I'm sure Zardoz will take care of it when he wakes up. I'll add it to his to-do list. Push notification.
You assume I went to sleep.
We've got to go back
did.
and
Yeah, I
organise
did.
what gear we need. We need more oxygen pods than we've already got.
Could we put a double biotic amp in here?
No.
What about if we attached 4 biotic amps to a skill plexus?
No.
SLI crossfire those bionic amps then.
He said it was a thing we're allowed to do.
Am I allowed?
I want to SLI 2 fucking unities together.
So what about if we
You've
put...
got a contact, use their amps. You'd be
Fucking-
like, yo, make this happen. Get 2 amps in.
Raid them together.
They'll do it if you're like, can this happen? They'll be like, it's going to knock 200 years off your lifespan. You're just like,
I would have wasted
I'm not
those.
gonna, those last years are crappy anyway.
What about if I put rails on the one that I've got already?
She's got this giant cooling fan on the back of her head.
If I was
That
a
was what the fins were for.
my amp's pump action.